Someone cuts you off in traffic, or a coworker makes a passive-aggressive comment during a meeting. The interaction lasts 5 seconds, yet you might spend the next 6 hours replaying it in your head, letting that single spark burn through your entire afternoon. We usually blame the driver or the coworker for our bad mood. We assume the external event caused the internal stress, overlooking the mental loop we've created to keep the offense alive. When you maintain your internal composure, you decide how that moment ends, rather than letting the other person's behavior dictate the rest of your day. Mastering this internal response is a practical skill, a way to protect your time and energy from being hijacked by things that don't matter. Consider a man named Thomas. Physically, he's the strongest person in his village, but emotionally, he's fragile, reacting to every slight as a direct threat. If someone pushes him, he pushes back. If he's insulted, he carries the anger home and lets it sit for days. He views every conflict as something he must win or defend against. Every time Thomas reacts this way, he is effectively picking up a physical stone from the ground and placing it into a heavy burlap bag on his back. Over years, this habit takes a toll. His back begins to bend. He stops noticing the morning sun or the colors of the valley because his focus is entirely fixed on the weight he's pulling. Thomas is exhausted, but he doesn't realize the source. The very mechanism he uses to stand up for himself is the same weight that's draining his life. Desperate for relief, Thomas hikes a mountain path behind his village. He's looking for fresh air, but every step is a struggle against the bag he refuses to leave behind. On the path, he meets an old merchant heading down. The merchant carries a small bundle and walks with a light, easy stride, humming a tune as if gravity doesn't apply to him. Thomas stops him and admits he's tired. He explains that his bag is full of the insults, lies, and harsh words people have thrown at him. He feels he has to carry them because they were directed at him. Thomas believes that because someone else threw the stone, he is now the rightful owner of it. He thinks the pain of the insult leaves him no choice but to hold on to it. He's caught in a common trap, the assumption that we are obligated to hold on to the negativity other people project toward us. A merchant places a stone, the action. The thrower walks away. The event fades. But Thomas's internal reaction is different. It anchors in the reaction zone. The offender didn't make the stone heavy. Thomas did, by voluntarily carrying it. While the person who caused the pain continues their day unburdened, the person who reacted is left doing the hard work of carrying the offense. The initial action is a temporary moment in time. The weight only becomes a burden when we decide to take ownership of someone else's negativity. Thomas looks at his hands and realizes he's been hoarding things that don't belong to him. He slowly relaxes his grip and lets a jagged stone drop into the dust. He starts taking more stones out of the bag, one by one. As they fall, the physical tension in his chest begins to dissolve. His posture straightens. The mountain air feels easier to breathe, and for the first time in years, he actually notices the clarity of the sky above him. You find peace the moment you stop picking up the weapons other people try to hand you. This isn't just a story for a mountain path. You can apply this drop to your life tonight. Before you go to sleep, sit quietly for 60 seconds. Place your hand over your chest and find your breath. Identify one moment from today that still feels heavy, a criticism or a small disappointment. Imagine that moment as a physical stone sitting in your palm. Use these specific words to separate yourself from the weight. This stone is not mine. I release it. Repeating this daily acts as a pressure valve, clearing out the emotional clutter and returning your mind to a state of focus. You cannot control the actions of the world, but your reaction is the leverage you use to shape your own life. One calm choice is enough to keep your heart light.